Galactivated yoga on the beach. Yay! We're going to stretch, we're going to breathe, we're going to relax, we're going to receive, we're going to tune into all of these cosmic energies. So give yourself thanks for showing up on the live stream, YouTube live, TikTok live, on the replays, and in person here on the beach. Beautiful Love Beach. Christar Galactica, your fairy god sis, Saint Joe Narcata, and of course our little princess Charlie. We are the Galactivators, your fairy god fam, and I invite you to get into an easy seated pose, my super friends, on the earth. If you're able to be outside on the ground, find an easy seat that you can settle into with your spine straight. Put away your distractions, calm your mind, and find your breath. And as we settle in here, I'd like to share what's going on galactically. Thank you for the hearts, by the way, on TikTok Live. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you to everyone who's here with us. Thank you for our subscribers. And we appreciate you. So allowing your breath to deepen, today is called the White Overtone World Bridger. Today is the day where we drop into that heart center and we find that love that lives beyond life and death. So let's place one hand on our heart and the other below it on our belly, finding that first love inside of us as we breathe in through our nose, allowing that belly to flop out and expand, that spine to be tall. At the top of the inhale, engage your belly, your root, and your neck. So root, make a fist with your base of your belly, your body, and then pull your belly button in. Pull that breath up to your throat, tuck that throat slightly in. Pull your crown up straight. Bring your gaze up and over your head and into your third eye, between your eyebrows. Hold everything up there. And then we're going to exhale with an Om while still engaging the root. Om. As you inhale, allow your belly to inflate. Tongue pressed up to the roof of your mouth. Create a suction all the way from the back of your tongue to the front. Like you're pressing your palate apart from inside. Engage that root. Pull everything up and in into that third eye. Exhale. Stay strong inside. Release with an Om. And we're going to play with this breath pattern throughout our asana journey today. So inhaling for a count of 4, holding it at the top, locking all the bandhas, gazing at that third eye. Exhale with an Om for the count of 6. And just keep on flowing with this breath. Invite your heart to begin to fill up with yoga, with Shakti, with light, with prana, with life force, with your soul, with your yoga, with your spiritual self, beauty, grace, elegance, light, life force. Today's about the death process. Letting go what we can release, what no longer serves us. In the presence of this big, blasting Taurus full moon, giving us the energy to really shine who we are, shine all that we are from inside out, and just radiate our wholeness, completeness, and our yoga, transcendental bliss. Let's inhale our arms up to the sky, super friends. Feel that beautiful warmth, that golden light beyond the clouds in the sky, beyond the blue. That golden light that lives forever in the darkness of infinite space. We are this light. We're going to take an affirmation. Please repeat after me. I am this light.
I am this light.
We're going to clap it together overhead. Bring our hands down the center line, all the way to our heart, and bow our head to our heart. Om Namah Shivaya. All right. Now let's shift the crossing of our legs. Sitting, seated pose. We recommend having socks off, an empty stomach. And now let's take those shoulders and roll them up back down. Making those shoulder rolls up, back down. Bring our awareness continually back to the breath. Notice the mind, the tape playing in the background, the chitta. We're going to invite that mind to begin to attune to our higher mind, Sat, Chit, Ananda. That with every breath, we take in bliss. Let's inhale our arms up to the sky. And as we exhale, we'll be your mirror. Let's twist to the right. Left hand to the outside of that right thigh. Right hand back behind, sitting up nice and tall. Stretch your belly, stretch your eyes. Pulling up from your crown. Inflate the belly. Engage the root, the belly, the neck. Bring it up to the third eye. The inhale, hold it at the top. And exhale with an Om. Inhaling through center. And exhale, twist to the other side. Right hand on the top of that thigh. Left hand back behind. Notice your mind, where it goes. Let that breath flow. Inflate the belly, pull everything up to that third eye. Slowly inhaling to center. Once again, let's roll the shoulders up, back down. And move our neck around, stretching that neck side to side. Taking that neck forward and up and back. Turning that chin side to side, stretching our eyes. And let's even take our hands up to the sky and bring them back behind. Interlace the fingers, pulling back and down. And let's drop that right ear towards our right shoulder. And taking the neck to the other side. Send all the breath there into your belly. Pull the breath up to the third eye. And releasing back to center. Let's unwind our legs. Shaking them out. Goodness. Filling up with the love of dog. Let's inhale our arms up, super friends. Reach for the skies. And as we exhale, let's bring those hands back behind. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, sucky doggy, no. Let's bring those hands back behind. Doggy, doggy. Leaning back, lift our heart. Take our chin side to side. Flexing those yogi toes. Pressing that tongue up to the roof of our mouth. Spreading across the back of the tongue. And then as we exhale, let's roll onto the tops of our hands. Palms up, fingers facing back, and walking our hands forward until you feel a nice stretch going all the way up your forearms. It's a lot, even though it doesn't seem like much. Taking that chin side to side. Open your jaw, lift your heart, spread the toes. Find that deep belly breath. So the backs of our hands are all the way down on the ground. Our hands are forward enough so that we can feel the stretch going all the way up our forearms. And then we're going to take those hands and flip them over, palm down, fingers facing back, walking it forward until you feel that nice stretch. Lift our heart, take our neck side to side. Welcome. All right, and releasing, let's shake these hands out. Forward and back, side to side. Shake them up overhead. Interlace those fingers, push our palms up, breathe in. And lead from our heart as we exhale, hinging forward. Ha. Hands come down to your soles. If you can reach your feet and toes, spread them, stretch them, massage them. Breathing. If you need to bend your knees, that's good too. Deep belly breath in through your nose. Hold that breath at the top, engage the root, pull it up and in, Mula Bandha. Your belly, pull it up and in. Your neck, third eye. So just tuck your chin and breathe. Wherever you're at today is perfect. Every day.
You can reach to the ankles or
Oh my
you know,
goodness.
or the shins.
Yeah, if
Sloughing
you-
on my stretches.
Keep breathing, bending your knees. This is why we show up and do our yoga every day. Always growing. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh. Ah. Inhale, belly breath. Lift your heart. Hold it at the top. root, belly, neck. Pull it up to the third eye. And exhale. Ah. And we'll inhale, walk those hands up. So I'll still be your mirror. Keeping that left leg straight, bending that right knee, and bringing that right foot in. Let's inhale our arms up, and let's bend that left elbow. So grabbing that left elbow, that right knee is bent out to the side, right foot at that inner thigh. Sitting up nice and tall here. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, begin to hinge forward. Let's release those hands down. Bring them towards that foot and tuck our chin under. Notice what thought currents pop up in your mind's eye. Just step into that observer mode and allow the breath to flow around all those thoughts, the commentary, the peanut gallery. Breathing that light of awareness, that divine light. I am. I'm here. This is yoga. That's all it takes. Meditation, just being aware and allowing. As we bring our right hand up, keep that left hand down. So left hand's on that leg. Right hand opens our heart. So left hand's on that thigh, that foot, that leg. Right arm stretches up. And as you breathe, start to reach it over. Creating that space inside of us. Space for awareness and softness and love and peace.
Do you think this makes you grow taller?
Definitely. Absolutely makes us grow taller.
Oh, that's awesome.
Inhaling, bringing that right hand back behind,
Yes,
left
I
hand
can taller,
up.
Mom. Yes, I can finally hit that slam dunk.
Pointing that toe, press into that right knee, lifting our hips. Left arm reaches up, open our heart. Ah. Breathe into your belly. Pull that breath up to your third eye. Exhale with a sigh. Ah. One more breath here. Coming on down. Let's bring our knees in. Hugging it in. Tucking our chin. Breathing. Just notice what has shifted now between the left side and right side. What's remained the same. Notice without judging. Continuing our intermission, leaning back, grabbing behind those legs, pulling those thighs in, find our balance here. Find that breath. Then we can play with straightening one leg at a time. While breathing, everything we do with breath awareness in through the nose. Sigh it out or breathe out through your nose, yogi's choice. And let's play with lifting both legs up as you hold it in balance.
You guys are fine.
Find the inhale. Pull everything up to third eye. Find the exhale. And you can release your hands to play with your balance. Find the breath. We're gonna slowly lower down before we do the other side, coming down to the ground. We're gonna take some yogi bicycles. So gently, lightly interlacing our fingers behind our neck, bending those knees, bringing them in, extending that right leg out straight, bending that left knee, and bringing that right elbow to the left knee. And then we're gonna switch sides. So left leg extends, right knee bends, left elbow to right knee, and let that leg hover. Fingers are lightly interlaced behind your neck, flowing with our breath. Inhale, exhale.
That's what I'm talking about.
Slow and mindful. Building up that strong, fiery furnace core so we can handle all of life's treasures into our smelting pot within, and we poop out gold. All right, super friends, let's bring this back up and down, up and down. Hands behind our knees, let's rock ourselves back up. And extending that right leg forward, bending this left knee and placing that foot to our inner thigh. Taking a moment, just listening to that silence beyond the sounds. So we inhale our arms up here. Let's interlace those fingers the opposite way. Press those palms up. Reach as we breathe in. Sit them nice and tall. Pulling up from our root all the way up our spine. That right leg is straight. And then we're going to bend this right elbow and bring that hand to the back of our heart, behind our head. And this left hand grabs that elbow, pulling back. Breathe in, lift up tall. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, starting to hinge at the waist, forward over this leg. You can release your hands down, walk them forward, tucking our chin. Maybe you can reach those toes and stretch them, or maybe not. Just breathing in through the nose. Pull that breath up to your third eye. Exhale on if you like. And rising on up, arms up to the sky, giving thanks to the Most High. Left hand comes back behind, right arm stays lifted. Point our toes, press into the ground, lift our hips, send those hips forward. Pressing into the ground, stack your shoulder over your wrist. Left knee remains down. Heart opens upward, outward. Breath is flowing. Tongue pressed up to the roof of your mouth. Coming on down. Taking your neck side to side. Once again, lean back, find our balance, grab those thighs. Play with straightening those legs. Find our breath, find our firm core. Affirmation time in the back of your mind. I am strong. I am strong. I am balanced.
I am balanced.
I am balanced. I am capable.
I am capable.
Capable. Let's release our hands. Find that balance here. Wiggle our fingers and toes. Make some circles. Outward. Inward. And release downward. This time let's find our edge. Open those hips up. Find where it feels like, okay, that's a good place to stop. Straight legs on the ground, flex those feet. Sit up nice and tall, reach for the stars, breathe in. And as we breathe out, bring those hands down and walk ourselves forward, keeping that spine straight, our heart lifted. And the breath flowing. Notice where there's any tightness or tension in those adductor muscles. Send the breath there like little filaments of light. Breathe into your belly. Visualize that light traveling to the edges of your inner universe. And then we'll breathe in and walk ourselves up. Swinging those legs around. Let's come onto our knees. Curling our toes under. Let's bring our hands to our lower back. So pressing our hands into our lower back. You need some water?
There's a water fountain. Okay, that one works. Thank you so much.
Have it all. Is that enough or do you need more?
Thank you.
Is that enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
The muscles have not been stretched in so long.
Yeah.
I feel like a creaky old train. Finally got some grease.
Yeah. Hydration. So hands to our lower back. Press into with our palms to the back of our hips and send those hips forward. lifting up with our heart, leaning up and back with our gaze. As we breathe. And if it feels good, you're welcome to bring one hand at a time to your heels. That's why when you keep your toes curled under, your heels will be up higher. Keep those hips forward. Lean up and back for a camel pose. If it's too intense, just keep your hands on your lower back.
Awesome.
And coming on out of it, let's bring our hands down to the ground for a tabletop. So knees under our hips, hands under our shoulders.
Come right.
Cats and cows. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze or drishti. Exhale, arch our spine. Drop the crown. Pull up with your belly. Hips shine forward. Inhale, arching that spine. Belly drops. Exhale. Pull that belly up, spine rises up. And as we breathe, lower that belly. We'll make some circles now. Cement truck, rock tumbler with your spine. Flowing with your breath. Notice your mind. Where does it try to pull you out of this present moment? Does it try to take you into the past or into the future? Just be aware. Come back to your breath. Spiral in the other direction. Pressing into the ground, sitting back towards our heels for child's pose. Bringing that third eye down towards the ground. Reach those arms forward. This is our resting pose. Anytime you need a break or rest, come here. Come back to the breath, quiet the mind. And inhaling, let's slither ourselves forward for cobra. Bringing those thighs down, lifting our hearts up. And lowering back down, let's press back up into our tabletop. We're gonna get into our shoulders here, chest, so let's take our knees wide, bringing that right hand down in front of our face. Let's inhale our left arm up high. And then as we exhale, swing that arm and shoulder underneath. Bring that shoulder, that cheek to the ground. With that right hand, press into the ground and bring your hips over towards the left side, squaring your hips while pushing your heart open to the right. Notice if your mind's tricks have pulled you out of your yoga. Just allow that to be and come back to your yoga, come back to your breath. And pressing into the ground now. rising on back up. Bringing this left arm up. Let's make some circles with this shoulder. Big circles. And coming on back down. Let's bring this left hand front and center, a little bit forward. Right hand comes up. Opening to receive this beautiful moment. The gift, the present of the present. Gratitude, thankfulness for the perfection of the now. And as we exhale, bring this right shoulder, right cheek down underneath to the ground. Stretching that arm out to the side. Coming onto that shoulder head. Bringing that cheek down. Let that arm stretch out down to the ground. Left hand pushes into the earth so you can get up on top of that right shoulder head. Just pressing your hips now back towards the right. Let your head relax. And then from here, you can either keep that left hand down or you could bring it up to the sky or wrap it behind your back. Find your breath. How much are you willing to release today? And how much are you willing to take in with this empowering full moon in Taurus? Hitting that bullseye. As we bring this left hand down, press into the ground, lifting this right arm up, big circles. Opening that shoulder up. Right. Now, we're going to open up the front of our chest, coming back to our tabletop. Let's move that spine once again up and down and all around. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the drishti. Exhale, arch the spine, drop the crown. Flowing with the breath. Let's push back into a child's pose. And inhale, slither forward for cobra, dropping onto those thighs, lifting our hearts up, roll the shoulders back and down, looking from side to side, big smile, letting go, release those frowns, give them away in the presence of this beautiful full moon that is causing the waters, the tides to rise so high and drop so low. Our emotions today flowing, flow. And now we're going to get into that front of our chest, so lowering on down to the ground. Let's stretch that right arm out like a T, just straight out from our shoulder. And we're going to bring our right cheek to the earth, looking away from that shoulder. Left hand comes in push-up position so we can see it, pressed into the ground, and roll onto that right side of our body, allowing this left leg to come up. That right shoulder, right chest stays down. And then bending this knee, you can place this foot on the ground behind your right knee. So left foot plants, left arm is relaxed, your head is relaxed. Breathe into that shoulder. And this left hand can stay on the ground, or you can bring it up to the sky, or open it up to open your heart and find that breath. Find that tongue placement. swinging this hand down, swinging our way down to the ground, reaching those hands back, interlace those fingers, pull back, lift our heart, lift that chest, squeeze those shoulders. Let's lift our legs together as well up off the earth, gazing up at that third eye. And releasing those hands to the ground. Let's peel up Cobra. Just notice the differences now as we take our neck side to side. Let's take a little flow before we do the other side. So slowly lowering down, curl the toes, firm our core, up into plank. Press into the ground nice and strong. Pushing back, downward dog. Feet step just a little closer to our hands. Reach those heels down. Shifting our weight forward to plank and lowering on down to the ground. Inhale, peel our hearts up, Cobra. Exhale, lowering. So preparing for the other side, we're going to extend this left arm straight out from our torso, placing that palm on the ground and bringing that left cheek down. Right hand remains in push-up position, pressing into the ground, rolling onto that left side of our body, allowing this right leg to come up. Once we're here, find the breath. Relax your head and neck and shoulders. And then bending this right knee, placing that foot on the ground behind your left knee. And once you feel nice and cozy here, you're welcome to elevate this left arm up if you like, to further open your heart and find that breath cycle. No. Coming on down onto our bellies, bending those knees. Reach back one hand at a time, grab their ankles, flexing those feet. Let's lift those legs up, pulling our hearts up. Big smile for our bow pose. Thank you everyone for being with us on our live stream today. Deep breath in. And release on down to the ground. Hands under our shoulders. Breathing in, peel up once again, Cobra. And lowering on down, curl the toes, pressing into the ground, up into a plank pose. And back to downward dog. Feet step just a little closer to our hands. Reach those heels down, press into the palms. Bend one knee at a time and stretch the other leg, twisting slightly from side to side. And as we inhale, look forward between our hands. And at the bottom of our exhale, walk, hop, or float those feet forward up to our hands. Inhale, lift our heart with a flat back. Exhale, folding. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms out and up. Palms together, lean up and back. And hands into our hearts. Anjali Mudra. Just notice how you feel and what changes have taken place. Let's play with a little balance now. So, bringing our feet together. So I'm going to do the same side as you now. So dropping our center of gravity down our right leg, bending that left knee, reach up and back and grab that left foot. Let's extend this right arm up and forward and start to hinge at the hips, sending this left leg up and this right arm up. Natarajasana. Nataraja. Back through center. Let's extend this leg forward now. Float it on forward. Wide stance. Come up on those back tippy toes. High lunge. Stretch out those back toes. Slowly lowering down. Nice and slow until we make our way all the way down to the ground for a low lunge. Bring those hands down and take a breath right here. And as we exhale, send the hips back, toes up, nose to knee. And bending our front knee, now heel toe, bringing this foot over to the right side, squaring those hips forward. So we're on the back of that back thigh. Foot is flexed to protect our knee, and you can even scoot yourself back if you need to give yourself a little more space, and then we'll walk those hands forward, getting into those hips. Breathe in through your nose. A count of 4. Press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Suspend the breath for a count of 4, engaging your root, your belly, your neck, and bringing the breath up to your third eye. And then exhale for a count of 6 to 8 out your mouth with an om if you like. No. rising on up, walking our hands up, swinging this leg around. Coming on up into a plank pose, lifting those knees, holding ourselves up here. Or you could have your knees down for a tabletop. Let's shift our weight forward, lower down towards chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin, peeling our heart up, cobra. And slowly lowering, curl the toes, press that plank pose, and then push into the ground, send those hips back, downward dog. Feet step a little closer, reach those heels down. Notice what's changed in your body. So bend those knees, look forward between your hands and inhale. And at the bottom of your exhale, walk, hop, or float those feet up to your hands. As we inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms out and up. Palms together, lean back. And hands come down the center to our hearts. To our mountain. Notice how you feel. Preparing to balance ourselves with the other side. So grounding into our left foot this time. We're going to bend that right knee back, reach back, grab that foot, and extending this left arm up to the sky. Deep breath, begin to hinge forward, lifting this back leg up and extending this front arm upward.
Go do it.
Maybe it's different from the other side. You need to get some support from a wall or something. Find that breath. And slowly coming back through center, bringing this leg forward, extending that leg, reaching up, and then we're going to take a nice wide stance. Come up on those tippy toes, stretch those toes. Make space between your legs, start to bend into that front knee. High lunge. Make sure your knee's stacked over your ankle and you're not overextending. So don't let that front knee go in front of your ankle. If you need to create more distance between your legs, step that back leg further back. And we're going to start to bring it on down, all the way down to the ground. Make sure that knee stays over your ankle, doesn't come forward. And then we're going to bring those hands down to the ground, framing that foot. Take a deep breath. And as we exhale, send those hips back, toes up, nose to knee. Rooted, grounded, healthy, safe. Super friends, Galactivate!
Galactivate.
Inhaling, bending that front knee. And then we're going to heel toe and walk this foot across our body to the other side, dropping that knee down. When we get there, square those hips, square our shoulders. We're on the back of that back leg, back thigh. Yeah. Fall down. Yeah. And bring that foot in. Yeah, keep that foot flexed. Yeah. Hips are yes.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, that's nice. Right, buttocks.
Right in the booty.
Beautiful.
Piriformis. As we walk those hands forward, folding over ourselves in our pigeon pose. Please keep that foot flexed to protect the knee. You can support your head in your hands. Find that breath. Breathe in through your nose, inflating the belly. At the top of the inhale, squeeze the root, the belly, the neck. pull everything up to the third eye, pineal gland, pituitary gland. Exhale with the Thank you for the gifts. And walking our hands up. Let's swing this leg around. Coming back once again into our plank pose. Sauce with that says hi to Sina. As we take a deep breath here, shift our weight forward, lower down to the ground. Inhale, peel our hearts open. Cobra. Exhale, lowering on down. Curl the toes. Last time, push up to plank. Back to downward dog. Rest our way back to the heels. Release all tension from your head, your neck. Bend our knees, look forward between our hands. Bottom of our exhale, walk hop or float those feet forward. Inhale, lift our hearts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms out and up, palms together, lean back. And exhale, hands into your hearts. Observe how you feel. All right, let's take these feet wide. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, squat on down. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms out and up. Even reach up on our tippy toes. And exhale, palms together, squat on down. Lubricating those joints. Inhale, arms out and up. Palms together, lean back. Exhale, squat on down. Ha.
It's good enough for surfing.
Yeah. And then from here, we'll bring ourselves all the way down onto the ground. All right. It's a good time to get some water or if you have any. And yeah.
I ain't felt nothing like this since 1964.
And making sure we have room behind us, slowly bringing ourselves down onto our back sides. Hug those knees in, rock our lower back side to side. And then let's cross the right knee over the left, pulling them in. So our Shavasana is our most important part of yoga. Let's extend our right arm and shoulder up to the side. Drop those knees over to the left. Taking a deep twist. So our last few poses before we go into our final resting pose. to center. We're going to switch sides, crossing that left knee over the right. Extending this left arm and shoulder back to the side and dropping those knees over to the right. Deep twist, upper body twist left, lower body twist right. And coming on back to center. If there's any other movements you need before we go into our final resting pose, please give that to yourself right now. You want to take a bridge pose or a happy baby, any more twists, or do a half wheel. And whenever you're ready, making our way down onto our back side. Bring our arms and legs out and open to the side. Head, neck, and spine open away from our body. We'll take one more round of our super breath. So, in our conscious awareness, inhale into your belly. Engage your root, belly, your neck, third eye. And then exhale, release, let everything go. Just melt into the silence beyond the sounds. In the stillness and the silence, we integrate the medicine of yoga. So after our silence, we'll be back for our galactivation. Today washes over us, a cosmic spirit wave. As we rest in peace and bliss, we open and receive this day. Simply melt, dissolve in this. Relax, this is the way. Melt and dissolve and simply be this. This is us today. We are peace, we are health, we are vitality, we are wealth in yoga, in harmony, ease and grace and creativity, happiness, joy, divinity. The love is expanding right now in our hearts, unfolding, becoming one with the universal parts, infinite intelligence awakened inside. For this is our essence, we are human divine. And in this great presence, we come back into our lives back into our bodies, and back into our minds, deepening our breath, returning to life, beginning to wiggle our fingers and toes, come back alive, stretching and yawning, reaching, arms up, knees into our chest, curling on up, roll onto our side like a fetus, like we're being reborn, brand new and enlightened, coming back up to seated, head, neck, and spine, straight line, once more. Sitting in meditation. Thankful for the gifts. Gratitude and thankfulness for all that is. Inhale our arms now up to the sky. Gather our intention one more time. Pull those hands down the center line. Divine in you, divine in me, the same divine inside. Recognizing this light and all we see. Magical words, please say it with me. Namaste. Super friends, Galactivate. Thank you so much for joining us today, live and in person and on the replay and on the live stream. Thank you everyone, TikTok Live and YouTube too. Thank you, super friends. Love you. We invite you to go to Galactivators.com. You can get Galactivated gear, like the Galactivated clothes St. Joe's wearing here. You can get singing bowls and check out our music too, books and fun and events that we have for you. So you're welcome to leave a donation. Thank you for everyone that gave today. Thank you, Bubba Ranks, for the gifts. Appreciate that so much.
Happy November.
Happy November, November, everyone. And we'll see you on our live stream in the future. Namaste. Stay galactivated.